Hello my friends, and welcome to my first fountain pen review of 2022. I have decided to review all of the pens that I currently have in order of how long I've had it. So I wanted to show you my very first fountain pen ever. I'm sure you recognize this. This is the Moonman Wancai Mini, and I am going to tell you all about it. So I'm going to try and do like a really super good review for you. So I bought this pen 2 years ago, and it's probably been out for about 2, maybe 3 years. I'm not sure. So obviously it is an eyedropper. Let's see if I can, there we go. It's an eyedropper pen, but you can also use cartridges with this pen. When I originally bought it, it came with a pack of 6 Moonman proprietary cartridges. They are proprietary. So if you want to use a cartridge, then you have to, just empty out your cartridge and then refill it like I've done several times. I find that I just mainly prefer to use the eyedropper. It comes with this little eyedropper too. It comes with all of these in like a really nice plastic box, like a frosted plastic box. But I've had this for 2 years, so I don't have the box anymore. But anyway, yeah, so there's that. So I'll use the eyedropper to fill it up, and this baby right here, this thing is one of the smallest pocket pens that you'll find out there. It is smaller than the Lilliput, although it is wider, but I don't know of another pocket pen out there that is smaller than this. When it's closed like this, it is only 3.4 inches, so it's not even 3.5 inches. Let's see. Okay, so obviously it's a Wancai Mini, so it's made in China. If you don't like Chinese pens, you're missing out. But so it is made of clear acrylic resin. So it is acrylic resin. It's not just some cheapo plastico. It's actually really good quality. And this pen is 2 years old. It's 2 years old, and I've still got it, and it's still an amazing writer. So Moonman, or how they are called now, Majon, Moonman is just a great company. They make really great quality pens. They are at affordable prices. I mean, there's nothing but good stuff to say about them. So let's get to the actual pen a little bit more. This has a gold-plated stainless steel nib. Let's see, is it gonna focus? I'll hold it for a second. There we go. Gold-plated stainless steel nib. It's an iridium point nib, and it has some really pretty scroll work on there. Mine has kind of got some ink on it right now because I've been using this pen. I usually have one of my Wancai Minis inked up at least once a month. It's a number 5 nib, which means that it is interchangeable, but the plastic feed does not like to pop out of the feedy holdy, the grip here, the section, the grip, it doesn't like to pop out of there. So what you can do is you can grab like a rubber band and use it, and you just pull it right out, and you can swap it for any other number 5 nib that's out there. I find that I actually really like Moonman nibs, and I've never felt the need to change one. I've never had to smooth a Moonman nib or tune it. They've just all been really great and very reliable wet writers. And this one, it is a Chinese fine, so it's more like an European extra fine, but it's not like a super scratchy fine. It has literally just the right amount of feedback on it, which I will show you here shortly as soon as we get to the writing portion of our review. Like I said, it's a really wet nib for a fine. It's really nice. I have small hands. Focus. I have small hands, and from my palm up, it's like it fits in my palm. Wee! like that. It just fits, and it definitely fits in your pocket, it fits in your purse, it fits everywhere and anywhere because it is so teeny tiny. And okay, so you have the cartridge that you can use, which I'll actually show you because I have two more and I love them. This is the bitter green color. They have a whole bunch of other colors too. I just really like green. So there is a really good, really solid O-ring on there that keeps everything from like leaking out. But if you want to, you can rub some silicone grease around there like for extra protection, but I've never had to. I've never had one of my Moonmans leak. So this is the cartridge, which as you can see, I have cleaned out. I'm not sure what the diameter of this cartridge is and if it would be, you could interchange it with any particular ones. I know this is not a universal standard or whatever standard cartridge that they have. This is not. It has to be either the Moonman cartridge, or you just have to find, yeah, you just have to find another one that fits. I don't know the exact measurement of that though. Sorry about that. So you can use a cartridge. You just kind of plug it in right there. And it has an agitator in there. And that way you don't have to fill up your whole barrel here. Sometimes maybe you want to. Whenever I use, you know, one of mine, I like to put the ink in here, but I usually don't give it a full fill. A full fill on a Moonman Wancai Mini is exactly 2 mLs. That is a lot of ink. And I enjoy writing with my pen so much, and I write so frequently, and I love to change ink. So filling up an eyedropper all the way with a full fill for me is, I would get bored of it too soon. So when I first filled this, I'll usually, excuse me, I'll usually fill up to less than half. So I'm almost done with this. I'll probably finish it within the next 2 days or so, because I swap out my pens as I'm using them. Let's see, what else can I think of? Okay, so the grip. The grip right here, you would think for a pocket pen it would be really, really small, but it's actually very similar in size to a lot of other pens out there, especially pocket pens. So it's similar in size, so it's not uncomfortable. And when you post the back cap like you're supposed to do, it's actually a little over 4.5 inches long. So it's around about the same size as the Kaweco Sport, maybe a little bit smaller, but the section is very similar to the Kaweco Sport. There is a step up right here, but I find that it's not uncomfortable, even if I hold down here, or even if I want to hold it even back further. These are not, they're not sharp. The threads aren't sharp, so it's not uncomfortable at all. Either way you want to hold it, in my opinion. You know, I don't know. I can't think of anything. I mean, I know that okay, I'll tell you my experience. This was my first fountain pen. When I first got it, it came with the cartridges, and I did not know how to put a cartridge in a pen. So I ended up taking the cartridge, and I was trying to put it in that way, and I damaged the cartridge, but not the inside of the pen, thankfully. I finally learned, you know, it goes that way. So I used up my first cartridge very, very quickly and realized that I really, really liked this pen. I didn't know about refilling cartridges until probably about 6 months after I started using fountain pens. So I was just using the eyedropper. Sometimes I don't even want to fill up a whole cartridge. I'll fill like half a cartridge, especially if I have a lot of pens inked and I keep them with me in the journal and I cycle through them. That's just kind of like what I do. I don't try to have any more than 4 pens inked at a time though, because that's just excessive to me. Other people have like 20, 30, 5, 10, 11, whatever your thing is. So I have collected these three, just the green ones, and I'm not interested in getting the green, the other, like the harder, the newer Wancais that have the like the fancy wancy acrylic. They have one that's like seafoam green, and it's really pretty, but I'm really not interested in getting them because I have all that I like right here. Very easy to clean out. You just put your bulb syringe right there and squeeze, 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 and it comes right out. Everything. Now, the other cool thing about this pen is that you can actually buy a replacement, two replacement parts right here that go down into your section just in case something happens and it breaks. And I'll tell you why I have one of these. It's because I accidentally dropped and then stepped on my precious little Wancai Mini. Do you see right here inside, there's that part that is clear? Well, I can't, watch me not be able to do it. Yeah, I can't do it. Oh yeah, I can. It is a screw out. So you literally unscrew this part right here and remove it. And you can, if your heart desired, and you, there's no roll stop. So be aware of that. But if for some reason this part cracked, and that's what it did on my original here, that's the part that cracked, and so it was causing some leaking. But you can buy two of these, and it comes with O-rings for around about $10. And some people are like, oh my gosh, that's the same price as the pen almost. But for me, it was worth it because I used this pen so much and I really, really liked it. So I replaced it. And I've not, and as you see, it's been 2 years. Where'd it go? Where's my hands? It's been 2 years and I haven't had to use the second one. And I've never even had to replace an O-ring. They're all still, you know, holding up great. So you just switch this out if you need to for some reason, and you just screw it back in. And it's very, very easy to do. And I really like that it comes with that you can purchase that option, because, you know, you never know what's going to happen. These pens are small. And like I said, I dropped mine on a hard floor, and then when I was searching for it, I stepped on it. So I didn't break the outside, the hard acrylic. That didn't break at all. The pressure of my ginormous step cracked the inside part. And luckily, they sell these on Amazon, so it was very easy to replace. And being that I have 3 of these, I'm glad I have an extra one just in case. But like I said, it's been 2 years and I haven't needed to replace any others. So what do I think really about this pen? If you like pocket pens and you like reliable pocket pens, then I don't know why you do not have a Wancai Mini. There is blue, there's pink, there's all kinds, and there's the transparent, there's all kinds of different colors that you can choose from. And these are fantastic pens. They are phenomenal writers, super reliable. And like I said, this one right here was my very first fountain pen ever, 2 years old, and it is still alive and kicking and looks amazing to this day. Maybe not so much right now because there might be, yeah, there's a little bit of ink in there just because I've been using it. But I'm going to do a quick writing sample for you so you'll be able to hear the sound of the feedback, but it's really nothing. Like it's not even, it's nothing that's even made me want to, you know, smooth it at all. It's a fine, I would venture to say this is an extra fine. It's an extra fine nib. Of course, there will be feedback. But anyway, let me pull up my notebook and we'll do a writing sample. Okay, so I'm trying a new angle out. So I hope this works out. I'm sure you will let me know if this is a bad angle. So I have this inked up with Pilot Iroshizuku Yamabudo. I really like inking this pen up with like really bright, super saturated inks because it's just so pretty to look at the ink sloshing back and forth. I like that. It's almost calming. Yeah, maybe next time I'll ink it up with like a really pretty blue and it'll be like the ocean. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna put my thing down a little bit further. Maybe you'll be able to hear, if I'm really quiet, you'll be able to hear a little bit of the feedback. So here we go. Now that's bad because I'm trying so hard to do a really good review for you guys. So, okay, I'm just gonna hold it like I normally hold it, and hopefully you'll be able to see the writing. Ew, there's a hair. Okay. Moonman Wancai Mini. And it is an eyedropper or cartridge. I have really bad handwriting. It is 3.4 inches kept and 4.8 inches when it's posted. That's a P. Number 5, gold-plated stainless steel nib. And I like this. Maybe it's because it's 2 years old, but I feel like there's a little bit of bounce in my nib. Now my other two, not so much because they're newer, but because I've had this one so long and I've written with it so long, it has a little bounce now and I really like it. So with that number 5 nib, you can replace it and swap it out. I personally don't understand the swapping out of nibs. To me, a pen and the nib, that's the entire pen. Like if you don't like the nib of a pen, get a pen that has the nib on it that you like. I don't know. That's just something in the fountain pen community I don't quite understand yet. Maybe I will in the future. So it has a 2 ml ink capacity, and it's now, you can see I'm holding it further back when I write. And it still feels very, very comfortable. And it weighs actually less than an ounce, 0.4 ounces, in fact. And that's empty. It depends on how much ink you put in here, afterward. See, that's my pretty S's like everybody else does. I'm trying. Wait a minute, hold on. I want to learn how to do it, but I'm also very impatient. So it is also a wet writer. See, but this is, I forgot to mention, this is Rhodia paper, the same paper that I do for my fountain pen ink swatches. But it keeps up with fast writing, and this is just a really great pen. If you don't have one of these, you need to pop onto Amazon or AliExpress or wherever it is that you like to purchase your pens from. I know Goldspot has these. I don't know about anywhere else, but you can definitely get them on Amazon. I believe that if you have any type of a fountain pen collection, you need a Wancai Mini in your life. And maybe not even just one. You could have a couple, and you would be very happy with that. I do believe. So I want to thank you so much for watching my video about my little first fountain pen here, which is still one of my favorite pens, so much so that, I have a few of them now. If you have any questions about the Moonman, leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them for you. And otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope I did an okay job. This is my first time really doing this, like for real. So I hope I did okay. Leave me some tips how I can do better next time, okay? Thank you for watching, guys. Oh, if you like this video, give me a like, please. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. That would be seriously awesome. And please leave a comment down below because it really helps my channel. All right, and now that is it. Bye-bye.